The main event was super boring, but Khamzat Chimaev is the new champ. Dominated Dricus du Plessis. Aaron Pico's just another Bellator bum. And Carlos Prates is really legit like that. He is back. This is my recap of UFC 319. Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. Let's just get right to it, folks. Khamzat Chimaev and new. Total domination. Total domination. I'm not mad that he won because when he first came onto the scene, I said, yo, this guy's going to be champ one day. And I just didn't think it was going to be tonight, but it was. Was it fun the way he did it? No. And if you come into my comment section saying, oh my gosh, you're a casual, oh no, that was super fun to watch, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You just saw this man get this man into a crucifix and throw little baby punches and elbows at him that didn't do really anything to Duplessis. It was boring to a point where Goddard stood this up a couple times because he said, my gosh, you're just stalling at this point. And he was. Third round was a 10-8. Dana White said he would have gave every single round a 10-8 except the last round. Dana White has to glaze Khamzat Chimaev because his little buddies, those little Arab buddies, whatever, the Saudi Arabia buddies, whatever, bro. The guys with the white clothes that he glazes, the Rayon season dudes, whatever. I don't care. This is their favorite fighter because they don't have a fighter that is good enough to make it to a championship level fight. So of course Dana White has to glaze them. This was a boring fight. I don't care what you say in my comment section. This was a boring fight. I rather would have liked to see Khamzat Chimaev chase a first round finish than do what he just did. And it wasn't like he was gonna gas himself out. It wasn't, because he didn't even try. He didn't try. He just literally got the back of Dricus du Plessis, got full mount, not even full mount. He didn't get full mount. He mostly side control, mostly the crucifix, whatever. There's not much you can say about this fight because there was no excitement whatsoever. It was just total domination of Khamzat Chimaev, just out grappling Dricus du Plessis. Was I disappointed in Dricus du Plessis? Yeah, I was. I thought he was gonna do a little bit better. He didn't. Am I coping? Not really. I was coping maybe a little bit before in my short videos, but I'm just happy that Khamzat Chimaev only fights once a year. He doesn't have the same fighting style as Merab. I enjoy actually Merab Dvalishvili. Like, he actually has the cardio, actually finishes his opponents. When he does out grapple them, sometimes they get up on the feet and he'll bang it out. Like, Merab is way more fun than Khamzat Chimaev, dude. Somebody did tell me a comment in my TikTok saying, oh, this was Khamzat doesn't have boring fights. This was like his first one. Yeah, but that means that from now on, this is how this guy's going to fight. He's going to fight just by grappling like this because he's scared to gas himself out or make a mistake on the feet to not get the belt, to just lose the fight. This was just super boring, bro, and it really killed the momentum of the card. Like, we literally just had back-to-back spinning elbows, nasty KOs, and then we had to sit through 5 rounds as Khamzat Chimaev not even getting close to submitting Dricus du Plessis. Anytime he got the back and tried to get a rear naked choke, Dricus du Plessis defended it very well. I don't know, this was just super boring. I don't even know how you can say this was exciting to watch. But congrats to Khamzat Chimaev. We're going to move on to this fight right here. Because, like, 2 days ago, I made a video saying there's too much hype around Aaron Pico, and he is the Michael Chandler 2.0, and that he is going to lose to Lauron Murphy. And if you've seen my TikTok or Instagram so far, mostly my TikToks, I had made this video saying that Lauron Murphy's going to beat Aaron Pico. And a bunch of people went into the comment section saying, Aaron Pico's going to win by KO. Aaron Pico's good like that. Aaron Pico this, and that. They were glazing Aaron Pico, and I'm here telling them, guys, Aaron Pico's last fight was against Henry Corrales. Henry Corrales was 38 years old and was fat. Lauron Murphy is undefeated, and he's now going for the belt. But let's talk about this fight. This was actually a really fun fight. This was my fight of the night, honestly. There are some other ones that we're going to talk about soon. But Aaron Pico did hurt Lauron Murphy on the feet, and I was petrified. I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to lose. But Lauron Murphy, he kept his cool like always. He did land a nasty knee on Aaron Pico. And they kind of went to a couple grappling exchanges. Aaron Pico got like 2 takedowns, but Lauron Murphy got back up every single time. Let's talk about the knockout because that's the only thing we care about. Lauron Murphy throws like a teep kick, and he did say it. Lauron Murphy did say it, that Aaron Pico was gonna come in and just literally put his face out there, and Lauron Murphy times his spinning elbow to a T. Nasty. Lands it, sleeps Aaron Pico, and now Aaron Pico joins the club as the Bellator fighters are not good, bro. They're not good. You're looking at Patchy Mix, Patricio Pitbull. I can't even say Michael Chandler, but I'm gonna say Michael Chandler because he's been stunking up some fights lately. But when he first got onto the scene, he was actually doing his thing. Bellator guys are not good. Get that in your head, everyone. You really thought Aaron Pico was gonna come out here and win? You're crazy. This is this is a guy coming from a B-level promotion. You know, he was fighting against Cans his entire career, dude, and I knew he was not gonna win. And he made a simple mistake of coming into Lauron Murphy's just face open, and Lauron Murphy times a beautiful spinning elbow. And now Lauron Murphy might actually fight against Volkanovski, which is crazy enough, because Evloev doesn't get love. I don't get it. But amazing finish by Lauron Murphy. Aaron Pico did look good out there for the first couple seconds before he got knocked out. So I can't wait to see Aaron Pico's next fight. Maybe he'll improve. Maybe he won't leave his chin out in the open like that. But yeah, great fight. Great fight, but great. It was a fun fight. We move on. Joff Neal versus Carlos Prates. First round finish. It was disgusting. Prates looked super crispy on the feet. Neal did tag Prates a couple times, but Prates looked so crispy on the feet. He was flowing. He was smooth. And he throws a 12-6 elbow to time the distance, to measure the distance, and spins with another elbow. Let me, because I'm glazing right now. I'm like creaming in my pants. He throws a 12-6 elbow to, measure the distance, spins, throws the spinning elbow, lands it on Neal. Neal basically died. That was disgusting. Prates, this is why he's one of my favorite fighters, dog. He goes out there and puts on a show, not like the guy that we saw in the main event. This was fun to watch. His birthday's tomorrow. He gets 50K. And he gets the fight in Brazil. He gets everything that he wants. Mind you, Lauron Murphy, Prates, and I don't even know how Khamzat Chimaev got 50K. That was boring, but he got 50K because Dana White's going to glaze him. But this was beautiful. That was beautiful. Great win by Carlos Prates. I can't wait to see this next fight. We move on. Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page dominated the first 2 rounds of this fight. It was a Michael Venom Page fight the first round. He was just out there, doing his thing, aura farming, clip farming like he always does. Beautiful first round, entertaining to watch. Second round, he did a little bit of the same thing, but then Jared Cannonier got started to grapple a little bit more. and take over the fight, but he still won the second round. Third round, it was all kind of near because Michael Venom Page threw like an overhand and it overextended and he fell, and Jared Cannonier got top position the entire time. It was fun to watch the first 2 rounds until Cannonier, out-grappled him in the third. It was a fun fight to watch. Michael Venom Page, I think he should stay at middleweight. He still says that he's not done at 170, but you're gonna be literally ranked number 8 or probably number 9 on Tuesday. And I get now why he's saying he don't want to do anything at middleweight, because obviously Khamzat Chimaev's grappling is insane. He has a way better chance at 170, that's for sure. So I get where he's coming from. Still though, he's probably like 2 fights away, maybe 3 fights away from a belt. Hopefully by that time, Khamzat Chimaev is not the champ. If not, you're completely screwed, because everybody just knows that to win against MVP is to out-grapple. And it's like, everybody kind of forgets, oh man, how do you like defeat MVP? And then Ian Gary, how good is Ian Gary, dog? Ian Gary's so good. He went out there and out-grappled MVP and won. And that's what you have to do to beat him. So yeah, great win by MVP though. We move on. Tim Elliott shocks the world. There was literally a guy on my Instagram comment saying, hey, Tim Elliott is a good underdog pick. And I said, you know what? You're right. I'm not even going to hate on that. Even though I picked Kaio Sakura to win, I literally went straight to the comment section as soon as Tim Elliott got that guillotine choke and said, wow, you were right. Congratulations, buddy. But yeah, Tim Elliott. The first round of this fight was super fun. Kaio Sakura was flowing in this fight. Not flowing, but like he was, doing his thing on the feet. Tim Elliott looked really weird. Like he was like fighting like, I don't know, but whatever. Let's get to the submission. I forgot how, but I think Elliott shoots a takedown. He shoots for a takedown. I don't know. He got the neck of Kaio Sakura. He gets the front guillotine, and I'm here thinking, all right. I think Kaio Sakura is done, because usually he's not good at grappling. And Tim Elliott gets the front guillotine choke, and he is squeezing with one hand. And smart enough, he only had one arm for the front guillotine, but he pushed the shoulders of Kaio Sakura to make it a little bit tighter and to get enough space to try and get his arm underneath. And he did. And he gets the front guillotine choke. Kaio Sakura taps. There was no way for him of getting out because he's not good in the grappling department. And yeah, great win by Tim Elliott. That was a great win. He was inactive for like 2 years. Custody battle with his son. Kaio Sakura, you're one of Alessandro Pantoja's not even, I gotta say, worst wins, because you just are trash. You just lost to Tim Elliott. Kaio Sakura has to be sent to the Apex, and I don't even think he should co-main, because he's 0-2 in the UFC, and this is probably one of the worst signings in UFC history. This guy just is not that good. He has not shown that he is good. On the feet, yes, but on the ground, you're trash. Great win by Tim Elliott, though. We move on to the prelims. Khamzat's boy, Basinger Suzakaya versus Eric Nolan. Suzakaya lost all his aura in this fight. He was aura farming, clip farming in the first round, and he was getting pieced up by Eric Nolan to the point that almost at the end of the first round, he almost got knocked out. That would have been crazy to see, but he finally locked in the second round and kicked the knee of Eric Nolan that hurt him. I think he injured him off that. Gets the rear naked choke on Nolan. Nolan taps. Great win by Suzakaya, but he lost all his aura. Coming in on 4 days notice, I was thinking, man, this guy's going to go out there, finish him in the first round on some Khamzat Chimaev. Instead, he lost all his aura, almost lost the first round, and then in this post-fight press conference, he's out there saying, all right, guys, You guys don't know, say my name or whatever. I don't know. He was saying his name. Nobody chanted with him. He lost so much aura. It wasn't even fun to see. Eric Nolan, though, I want to talk about him. Give him a contract. Give him a contract, or just like a just give him another fight in the UFC, bro. I would like to see him fight in the UFC, especially at middleweight. You know, one of the worst divisions in the UFC. Eric Nolan showed heart, and I think he deserves another fight in the UFC. We move on. GM3 versus Michael Lechain. GM3 is washed, folks. I picked Michael Lechain to win this fight, and he did. He went out there and just three-piece comboed GM3, and GM3 just died. Yeah, great win by Michael Lechain. There's not really much to say. Michael Lechain just went out there and did what he needed to do and finished GM3. I think GM3 is done, though. He should retire. Jessica Andrade versus Lupi Gordine. This was actually a better fight than the main event. These girls were really scrapping it out. Jessica Andrade landed a couple punches that I thought were going to finish Lupi Gordine. Lupi Gordine still went out there and won the first 2 rounds because of, you know, grappling. If you grapple in WMMA, you're going to get the win. They just don't consider striking anymore. I thought Jessica Andrade, you know, was hurting Lupi Gordine on a couple shots, but Lupi Gordine mixed it up more. She gets the win. Great win by Lupi Gordine. I picked her to win. I was not ready for this one. My King Gunnar Hooper got slept in the first round bad by Alexander Hernandez. And I knew I should have picked Alexander Hernandez to win because I thought his physicality and strength and his striking were going to be way more than Chase Hooper's. Especially when I saw that Chase Hooper was spamming the spinning back fist, praying to the Lords that was going to land when we know it wasn't. And Alexander Hernandez just lands that one punch that drops Chase Hooper, and yeah, it was over from there. Was it an early stoppage? Yes, because there was like a couple seconds left to go into the second round, but he had already turtled up, and Herzog was gonna stop it once he turtled up, so Herzog was gonna stop it. Great win by Alexander Hernandez. Chase Hooper just needs to focus on striking. Just go train with Elliott, big dog. Go train with Elliott, and maybe you'll get another shot at the title run. I don't even know what to say. I'm so sad Gunnar Hooper lost. But yeah, we move on. Early prelims. Edson Barbosa versus Drakkara close. This wasn't an exciting fight like that, but Drakkara close won by decision. He just outstruck Edson Barbosa. Barbosa looked extremely washed out there. He should have just retired there, but great win by Drakkara close. I'm not even going to talk so much about that one. This one either. A lot of people are saying robbery. Karine Silva versus Diony Barbosa. Karine Silva won. I thought I had it 1-1 going into the third round, even though I wasn't really watching it like that. And then I saw Karine Silva almost had a finish. Yeah, nobody cares about WMMA. The tough winner, Joseph Morales. They're not gonna show it on screen. You had all day to put my boy on you. All right, Joseph Morales. He went out there and he looked super sharp. Idris, I thought Idris was gonna do something. He looked so good in every single episode, and then he comes out here and craps the bed. Literally just crapped the bed. He gets his head into an arm, like a triangle choke, and Joseph Morales squeezes. Idris taps. Morales looked really good in that first round, and I said, damn, I think he's gonna win this fight. And he went out there and he got the finish. He gets the UFC contract. He's the tough winner. But yeah, overall, it was a decent card. Nothing super crazy. This thing froze on me. Yeah, nothing. It was a decent card. It was a good card. Nah, it wasn't a good card. It was a decent card. If it wasn't for those two spinning back fists, though, this card would be mediocre. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm GNAPS MMA. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.